Yeah, the win. We'll talk about it. Appreciate you.
Yeah, stealing that.
Alex, it was your first start today. How'd you feel? And then kind of talk about talking to Willie about starting today, just kind of that feeling of making that first start.
Yeah, it felt great. It's kind of something this is my goal coming into this year. Kind of work towards it. Me and Jeremy talked, kind of all fall about adding that third pitch, that changeup, and I think that was the biggest thing. But no, yeah, it felt great, and the team backed me up, so yeah, it's cool.
How important was it to have that arsenal tonight when you came in, I'm sure, knowing, all right, this isn't going to be 1-2 innings, I've got to go 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, it's just facing batters more than one time. And in the past, it's just kind of been 1-2 innings, so that's facing each batter probably once. And so having that third pitch, just another weapon, or even 4 pitches, it's going to take you to that next level. So.
Did you kind of speak on when you found out you were going to be the starter? When did that happen? Do you know?
Yeah, I was told on Wednesday, I believe. Me and Jeremy talked about it and told me I was going to get the ball. So it was exciting because it was something I've been working for, and we were both really excited.
Did you talk with Jeremy at all about how to approach that mentally, facing guys more than once?
Yeah, just nothing different. It's just go attack the zone, fill it up, let the defense play behind me. That was kind of the biggest thing. Nothing's going to change. So.
As a pitcher, how different is it coming when you're starting versus coming out of the bullpen?
Yeah, not much. I think the biggest thing I was telling myself is just treat it like a bullpen. I'm coming out of the bullpen, it's easy. Starting's another level, but you can't tell yourself there's differences because it's just pitching at the end of the day. So.
For Dean and Garrett, you guys have seen a lot of baseball. You kind of struggle over the weekend, runners in scoring position. How have you guys kind of seen the lineup as a whole kind of get back to square one and knowing that you have a long, or maybe not a long ways to go, but ways to improve as you kind of go on in the conference play?
There's always ways to improve. I'm never satisfied. I think it's baseball. It's 3 games. It is what it is. Just hop back on the horse the next game and go get the job done.
Yeah, I think it's important to realize too that we have 14 guys, 15 guys in our lineup that can really, really do damage, and so it's just trusting each other. Not stepping into the box with runners on and thinking anything differently than if you're leading off an inning. I just realizing that the guy behind you has the ability to put a ball in a gap and score everybody. Just gives you confidence to step in there and just frees you up and just gives you a lot of confidence.
Garrett, after all that you've been through the last couple of years at Virginia Tech, not getting as much playing time, having injuries, to come here and basically be in the lineup every day wherever you are, hitting the ball as well as you are, how are you feeling right now as a player?
Yeah, it feels good. I came here, I told Bloomy on my visit, I said I came here to win. I was like, I want to win, and we've done that so far. We've got a long way to go. We got a lot of things to work on, but this is the atmosphere that I want to be in. There's no better crowd than this and stuff like that, so this is exactly where I want to be.
Offensively, last night and tonight, the first half of the game a little bit quieter for the lineup. Second half of the game, tonight it was the 6th, last night it was the 7th. What is it about those 2 innings that let you guys be able to put up some perfect numbers?
I think it just, they went to the bullpen and we just kind of saw those guys well. I think we needed to probably handle the starter both Friday and today a little bit better than we did, but we were able to get to that bullpen, whatever inning it was, and just do damage. I think that we just got to work on getting pitch count up as well as just fighting for our team with runners in scoring position so that we get to bullpens earlier.
For Taylor and Alex, what does that say of a pitching staff to know, okay, we're going to go with a different guy this Saturday start, put up 8 scoreless innings, give up 1 run in the end? What does that say to the pitching department?
I just think all the pitchers, anybody can start a game, go in a game. We have a lot of people that can start. We have a lot of people that can come out of the bullpen and give you some innings. So honestly, the way I look at it is everybody's our ace. Whoever's on the field at the time is our ace. So that's just, when you look at it that way, pitch staff's going to do good things.
Yeah,
It's your first win. Does it mean anything, or is it just
It's just a stat, honestly.
Yeah.
Taylor, you're a guy that's pitched a lot of meaningful games so far. You've been a big part of this bullpen. How have you adjusted kind of to the role so far, and then kind of easing into the season? How have you felt you pitched so far?
Kind of got back into pitching out for most of January and start of February. So it was kind of just building back up. And whenever they throw me in, I'm getting an opportunity, I'm in the game, so can't complain.
there were a couple times where LMU had guys in scoring position, guys on pace, both of you, and then the other 3 guys that came in did a really good job, held them to 0 of 8 with runners in scoring position. How important is it to have that short-term memory and flush the last at bat? You guys did let a runner on to help you succeed in the next at bat.
That's huge. I think the big thing is just getting to the next pitch. You know, like, you can't be perfect all the time, so you make a mistake, you got to get over it really fast. And then it just comes down to, you know, me giving up the double and then him coming in and shutting him down, not giving up that run. That fired me up. So it's just, you know, trusting your bullpen, trusting your defense, all those things combined.
Was it a different process for you tonight? I know usually somebody will come in after you during a bullpen outing, but was it a different process starting this game and then kind of turning it over to these guys in the fourth? And how do you think they did?
Yeah, a little bit. But, you know, the job's always the same, just getting out. But, you know, bullpen put up a show tonight. I'm just happy with the way he held himself out there. It's tough getting 3 outs with a runner on second. So yeah, just that's the good thing about our bullpen is we're deep and we've got a lot of guys that can all do that. So,
Dean, 3 homers here at tonight. You guys have been hitting home runs really well at Phoenix Municipal. Is there something different about playing here versus other places?
No, I don't think so. I think we've shown power everywhere we went. I know Globe Life, that was just, it's a big ballpark. Ball doesn't fly the same as it does here. But I don't think it really matters where we play. I think we're still going to put up those power numbers.
Alex, I know yesterday Boom was expected you to go 70, 80 pitches. Did you expect to get pulled after that first batter, or was that something that just happened in the moment, or do you know going out there like 1 batter and that's it?
Me and Jeremy kind of talked before that the limit was going to be set at like around 65. With this kind of being my first start and not necessarily being built up, I guess. He just wanted to play it safe, which I understand. And like I said earlier, like our bullpen's lights out, so I did my job and handed it over to them.
And going off of that, how'd your stuff feel? Even going with that last batter, do you feel like you could easily gone more?
Yeah, I mean, I think my arm felt great, body felt great, but that's just a good thing about our pen is like we don't need to throw 9 innings because we got a lot of guys that can throw 4 or 5 more. So,
Dean, I mean, playing with this guy last year, I mean, he pitched in shorter spurts, more like a closer. I mean, how have you seen him grow? And then is it cool to see from, you know, transferring over here together and now he's making Saturday starts?
Yeah, no, he's unbelievable. It's impressive to see what he's done so far. I know the sky's the limit with him, but I mean, the addition of the changeup and dialing in his cutter, it's pretty impressive. It's impressive.
Anything else?
For Garrett and Dean, Coach was a bit frustrated with the way you guys hit with runners in scoring position at the end of last week. You guys have flipped the script, hitting close to 400 as a team. Do you guys think anything changed collectively in your approach this weekend?
Yeah, you want to start? I think like they've emphasized just staying away from under the zone a ton, and I think we've just been working on that because I feel like kind of at the beginning of the year we were chasing kind of going outside of our approach a little bit. So just honing in on our approach and making sure that we stay away from under the zone, see a ball up, and just ride on it.
I think too, taking the pressure off ourselves. I mean, we talked about it too. It's the pitcher who's the one who should be worried. I think we've done a better job with that too. Just kind of have a little more confidence in those situations.
Taylor, is there any emphasis or difference in mindset when you inherit somebody's runner that isn't your own?
That is a great question. I feel like last year probably wouldn't have cared as much, but like, I mean, I throw at this guy every day. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I don't want to cash him out, so got to do my job to.
That's my guy.
Make sure I'm not the one putting this run through.
Anyone else?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.